Hi everyone, Greg here from the Laser Channel bringing you 3 quick safety tips to keep in mind when operating your Galvo type laser machine. Starting out with the first safety concern is that bright flash of light. That is a simulation of the scatter light that would come off of typically one of these Galvo type laser machines. While we know that these operate in an invisible light spectrum to our eyes, and while I work next to the machine, I do wear safety glasses. It's when I'm not working right next to the machine that I typically take those glasses off, forgetting that there's all this scatter light not only filling this work area, but it's bright enough that it actually fills up my entire work area. So to protect my eyes, I'm going to be employing a safety device that we're going to touch base on in just a second. The other thing is, again, with that scatter light, that is going to be exposed to all of my bare skin. And while this is an FDA approved machine, that it shouldn't have a reaction with my skin, I also want to make sure that I'm protecting any exposed skin while working around the machine. And then lastly, the thing I want to touch on is, while I love the open frame designs of these type of Galvo machines, it allows me to place lots of large work material down here. It also makes it a little bit more difficult to collect all of that smoke, especially when I'm working on coated tumblers that have some pretty harmful fumes that come off of them. And of course, I want to protect my lungs when I'm in the work area. So this is going to cue in a product that I ran across, and I think that might be beneficial to a lot of you. This is an all-metal laser enclosure for the Galvo laser, and it's going to take care of all 3 safety concerns that I have. The all-metal construction is definitely going to block all of the scatter light from hitting my eyes and my bare skin. The access door does have an eye-friendly window on it. Again, that is going to block any of those scatter light beams. When I flip this around to the back side, we're going to see that there's an exhaust port built in. When we see this hooked up to my machine in just a minute, we're going to see that my shop exhaust runs off of 4-inch duct tubing, so I actually run my duct tubing through this access channel. The electrical connector on the back is going to do 2 things for me. The first thing is it powers up a light bar inside of the cabinet, providing enough light for me to see what's going on, whether the project is running or when I'm exchanging materials in or out of the cabinet. The other thing that it's going to do is provide another layer of safety. When I flip this around to the front, that electrical connector is also wired up to an interlock switch up to the door. And if I have that feature activated within my software, as soon as this door is opened up, the laser source will stop firing. The other really cool thing about this, and it has nothing to do with safety, and it has to do more with when it's not installed on the machine, this has a very compact footprint, which is very important for me because I don't have the largest of shops to operate. So it's nice to know when I have this removed, when I'm doing larger work on my machine, that this is conveniently stored out of the way. And when it's ready to get installed on the machine, which we're going to see in just a minute here, all I need to do is just expand it out. There's hinges everywhere on this, and there. Now it's fully expanded and ready to install. The cabinet slides easily into place. And with the cable connected to the back of the enclosure, the light strip is now on, and we get a great view of inside of the cabinet. We'll see down below, here's where I run my 4-inch tube easily through the slot on the back of the cabinet. Thanks for joining me in this video. I was very happy to be able to share some of my safety ideas with you. Certainly cabinets on a laser machine are nothing new, but just wanted to share with you there's some more options on today's market. And if you'd like to know more about this cabinet, I'll have a link to that down below. But overall, just want to make sure that I'm sharing safety conscious ideas with all of you so that you get the most out of your machine while still being safe. Well, until we meet again in the next video, learn, create, and share.